Okay. Respected Principal, Vice Principal, HOSs of primary and secondary sections, Students FM Manager, SDG Coordinator, Supervisors, Teachers, and all my dear friends. A very warm welcome to you all for this session. As we all are here to launch SDG program of primary section, let us start the session with the blessings of Almighty. For Quran recitation, I invite Zainab bint Firoz from 2nd G.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning all. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you, Zainab. I feel great privilege to welcome our Honorable Principal, Dr. Abdul Qadir Sir, to address the section.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Respected Vice Principal, HOS, supervisors, teachers, and my dear students. You all know what is meant by SDG? SDG is Sustainable Development Goals. That's the full form of SDG. And is also known as Global Goals. They were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 to end poverty, to protect the planet, and to ensure that by 2030, all people enjoy peace and prosperity throughout the world. The Sustainable Development Goals are the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for everyone. They address the challenges we face, the challenges like poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace and justice. The UAE's National Committee on SDGs was formed to implement the SDGs. The committee facilitates the alignment of SDGs, sharing of information, and supports the implementation of SDGs in an integrated manner. It has 17 members who are responsible for the national implementation of SDG. It ensures alignment of SDGs with national agenda and the UAE National Wellbeing Strategy. SDGs concern each and every one of us. When we think of a better world without poverty, without hunger, with quality of education, with good health and well-being, with good climate, with good life, peace and justice. Achieving goals will be impossible without the participation of everyone. So we are including SDG in our curriculum. Hence, we have called this meeting to discuss and that we are implementing it in our school. Okay. So I wish you all peace and happiness and a good day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable speech. Now, I would like to invite the next dignitary, our Vice Principal, Mr. Sharif, sir, for briefing on SDG program.
Good afternoon. All of the participants of this session, Honorable Principal, Head of Sections, teachers and my dear children. I appreciate you all for attending this meeting, as this meeting is having importance because this meeting is conveyed to propagate the concept of sustainable development goals. These goals adopted by the United Nations in the year 2015 and are expected to be completed or achieved by 2030 has been taken up by all the member countries of UN. 193 members of the UN General Assembly. All the member countries have taken up these SDG goals. As Principal aptly conveyed, it is an ambitious project to alleviate the sufferings and the issues, the inequalities among the people, to reduce or to avoid, to eradicate poverty, to bring in gender equality, and like that, there are 17 goals. I think you all know the goals. Otherwise, just turn the inner page, the first inner page of our school diary. And I'm sure how many of you have seen or read that one properly. It is given in the diary because of its importance. To understand, being the small children, you should realize that all countries, including India, almost all of you are from India, India also has taken up a lot of initiatives to achieve these goals. All over the world, if you make a comparison, we can see countries like Sweden, Denmark, Norway, etc. have succeeded in achieving these goals 80% and above by now itself. So they are progressing. At the same time, you know the condition of many of the African countries like Congo or Sudan, and such countries are having very low economic situation and a lack of resources, famine, and all these things are there. They are struggling hard to achieve these goals. So that's a kind of disparity. Now, being the young ones, it is our responsibility to understand such things, what is happening around us, what is happening in the world. you shall not confine to the textbooks alone, shall not confine to the browsing in Google for some areas where you are having some interest alone. You have to Google, you have to search, and you have to research on such aspects, what is happening around the world. Because now you are young ones, you are growing, and you are growing to be adults, and you have to grow as a responsible civilians, responsible citizens. Being humankind, it is our responsibility to support other fellow beings. Let it be our neighbors, let it be our people in our state, maybe the people in our country, maybe the people outside our country in other continents as well. So we should understand the situation, we should understand the goals, the objectives, and what can we do by ourselves. Now, in the school, why do we adopt these goals in the school? There is a very clear message in this one. First thing, as I conveyed, it is required for you to grow as responsible citizens. Secondly, to grow as responsible citizens, you have to develop your skills. You have to develop your confidence. You have to develop your understandings. So this is the best time for us to guide you, to give you the information, to give you proper guidance, to mentor you, to grow as expected, and to develop your skills. Thereby, you will be living what we say satisfactory life, contented life. The school is having a lot of plans and proposals. I wish the head of sections and supervisors speaking after me will be giving you the details of the programs and proposals of SDG in our school, as well as we are making some collaborations. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. I would like to welcome our beloved HOS, Mrs. Smita Rajesh, to speak about the students' role to meet the SDG.
A very good afternoon to respected principal, vice principal, supervisors, students, and my colleagues. I hope you're all doing great and I'm much audible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you all doing, children?
Fine, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. Fine, ma'am.
Great. The objective of today's meeting is to launch SDG program in primary section. What is SDG? The terminology is being reverberating across the section and across the school. As vice principals are conveyed, past many years, we are having a page exclusively to showcase the SDG or the Sustainable Development Goals. But we have not noticed it. And now we have officially launched as a program across the school. And we are going to integrate this goal through our lessons as well as through clubs. As you all are aware, and you had a session by the club in charges on the SDG, and an awareness session was given by all the club in charge teachers. I hope you're all aware about it. Now, as a student, you might be having a goal. By completing my education, I will be achieving, or I'll be becoming a doctor, an engineer, a teacher, or any leader, or doing some managerial position, taking many managerial positions in many a good company. So these are the various goals that you might have set for yourself. To achieve the goal, you have to strive for it. You have to thrive for it, right? Exactly. Similarly, UN, United Nations, wherein, as vice principals are conveyed, 193 countries are collaborating with this United Nation. And these countries have established or decided for establishing a goal to be fulfilled by 2030. Now, what are these goals? A world with no poverty, a world with quality education, a world where the nature is clean, energy, affordable energy for all. So as we are all in a very satisfying situation where the lifestyle is very much satisfying as we are in this country. But this is not the story of all the other citizens in different parts of the country. For that, we have to go down and see which are the countries, who are the people who are suffering from this poverty, who are the people who are suffering with a lack of education. Is there any country where the children are not getting proper education? Is there any country where the people are not getting proper employment, proper job? We have to understand. And you students can be a source of solution for such problem, such crisis in different crises in different parts of the world. You can be a solution. How? School is a place or a platform which will help you or which will groom you to solve such global crisis, global issues. I request each and every student who have taken part in this program to develop your skills so that you are you become a leader or to lead yourself to solve such global issues. Grab all the opportunities that you're getting during your course of study so that you're skilled enough to face such challenges and to solve such issues. May God bless you to fulfill the dreams. And this is a global goal that we all have to work on. I wish today the spokesmen persons are ready for the for today for your turn. I wish you all the best. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Naureen. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your encouraging words. Now it's time for the club's presentation. We shall start with Innovation Club. I would like to invite Ruza Fida of 5th F to present their theme, Affordable and Clean Energy.
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Ruza Fida from 5th F, here to give awareness about our club SDG. Welcome you all. Hello dear friends. From this picture, can you identify our club? Yes, it's Innovation Club. Here I would like to speak about one of our club SDG number 7, Affordable and Clean Energy. This SDG aims to correct this enormous imbalance by ensuring everyone has access to affordable, reliable and modern energy as services by the year 2030. Yes, we are the future citizens can bring the changes by using solar energy, wind energy, bioenergy, natural gases. Increased use of fossil fuels without action to mitigate greenhouse gases will have global climate change implications. Energy efficiency and increased use of renewable contribute to climate change and disaster risk reduction. Maintaining and protecting ecosystems allow using and further developing hydropower sources of electricity and bioenergy. When I'm saying this, a question may come into your mind, isn't it? Why should I care about this goal? The target is by 2030. Ensure universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services. By 2030, increase sustainability, the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix. By 2030, double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency. By 2030, enhance international cooperation to facilitate access to clean energy research and technology. Expand infrastructure and upgrade technology for supplying modern and sustainable energy services. For all in developing countries, we can step forward and bring changes by saving electricity. After use, unplug the wire of computer, mobile charger, etc. Reduce the emission of carbon. Together we can bring changes. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Second, Quiz Club. I would like to invite Muhammad Faizan from class 2nd E to present their theme, Reduced Inequalities.
Good afternoon to one and all. I am Mohammed Faizan from 2E. Today, I am going to talk about SDG, goal number 10, reduce inequalities. Social inequalities exist between religious groups, classes, and countries. It is linked to racial inequality, gender inequality, and wealth inequality. Why SDG 10 is important? SDG 10 addresses inequalities within and among countries. It calls for nations to reduce inequalities in income as well as those based on age, sex, disability, race, origin, religion, or economic or other status within a country. Let's see what are the initiatives taken by the UN to achieve this goal. Launch of the National Family Policy 2018, which aims to empower the Emirati family to achieve the sustainable social development. Launch of the National Policy for Senior Citizens 2018. Launch of the National Policy to empower the people of determination 2017. Launch of the Wadima Law 2016 on children's rights. Guidelines to attain the goal. Household surveys, taxation, inflation should be controlled, enforce minimum wage, create vocational centers, free quality schooling. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Third, Sports Club. Niranjana Sudesh of 6th B to present their goal, good health and well-being.
Warm good morning all. My name is Niranjana and I am the Sports Club Secretary. Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being at all ages is essential to sustainable development. Currently, the world is facing a global crisis. Unlike any other, COVID-19 is spreading, humans suffering, destabilizing the global economy, and upending the lives of billions of people around the globe. Does everyone have access to healthcare? The COVID-19 crisis disrupted essential services around the world. If universal health coverage is to become a reality by 2030, growth in the provision and the use of essential health services must greatly accelerate. Providing world-class healthcare is one of the 6 pillars of the UAE National Agenda in line with the Vision 2021. Challenges: rise in obesity, physical inactivity, and unhealthy diets constitute a huge challenge in the UAE. Different sectors to promote a multi-sector to approach in collaboration and accountability. What progress have we made so far? Progress in many health areas, such as in reducing maternal and child mortality, in increasing coverage of immunization, and reducing some diseases, and continues. The Model School Primary Section Sports Club SDG Vision Health and Nutritious Awareness Program to aware the parents and students about the importance of health and nutrition in their daily life. Vegetable and fruits carving and salad making competition to promote creative and better usage of food items without waste. Wellness dance mass demonstration to improve physical fitness through wellness dance. Fancy dress competition through vegetable and fruits with a brief description of importance to improve the quality and creativity of knowledge among the children. Poster making competition, healthy and unhealthy food, enhance the creativity of students. Skit competition, topic good health, to analyze the importance of good health through a skit competition. So these are all our SDG visions, and every day is another chance to get stronger, to eat better, and to live healthier, and to be the best version of you. Thank you, stay home, and of course, stay safe.
Readers Club. Diva Siraj of 2nd F to present their theme, Quality Education.
Good morning, everyone. I am Diva Sirajuddin from grade 2F. On behalf of Readers Club, I am here to explain one of the most important goals of SDG, goal of quality education. As per the day, it ensures that all children should get this plan by 2030, it ensures that all children should get equal quality education from early learning to secondary education. And it also ensures that affordable technical, vocational, higher education options including college. The purpose of this goal is to give particular attention to those who are in people with disabilities, people who are in remote rural areas, the poor, women and girls. Everybody has right to education. You will provide equal opportunity of education for students, for community students living in difficult physical situations, and people of determination. Many students are benefited by the scholarships. Hundreds of students are annually sent in abroad to study in the most reputed universities. We students can do many things to attain this goal. We can instill motivate the confidence and the people. We can manage food, money, dress, and book to support them. Likewise, we can support people with some disabilities in our classroom. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Social Service Club. Fatima Safa of 6th B to present their theme, Number 1 Poverty.
Good afternoon all. Myself Fatima Safa and I am the president of Social Service Club, and here Social Service Club is focused on goal number 1, no poverty of SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. And now Let's see the aims and objectives of goal number 1. SDG's first aim is to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. Its objectives include ensuring that the entire population, and especially the poorest and most vulnerable, have equal rights to economic resources, access to basic services, property and land control, natural resources and new technologies. And let's see the role of UAE on goal number 1, no poverty. The Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Global Initiatives Foundation was launched in 2015 to eradicate poverty. The various institutions and initiatives under the umbrella of foundation fall within 5 main themes that form its framework. These themes are humanitarian and relief aid, healthcare and disease control, spreading education and knowledge, future innovation and leadership, empowering communities. Now, let's see the effective actions to eradicate poverty. Number 1, create awareness. Social media has become an integral part of our daily life. Now, it is time to use it as a voice of social good, like sharing links on Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms will help others to learn more about global poverty and will increase the general consciousness of the issue. Number 2, donate. Donation can be done in so many ways. They do not always have to take the form of giving money. It can include donating books, buying groceries, old clothes, furniture, etc. can improve the well-being of the poor. And the number 3, create jobs worldwide. More employment options in a country means more ways how to stop poverty. To increase employment, non-literate people have to be taught a few skills to make them employable. Now, let's see the 4th one. Increase access to proper sanitation and clean water. Access to clean water and sanitation directly affects our health and education. And the very last one, which is the very important point of all these, which is educate everyone. Education helps to increase individual earning for every member of family. The UNESCO point out that basic reading skill can lift 171 billion people out of extreme poverty. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Maths Club. Muhammad Adnan of First A to present their theme Decent Work and Economic Growth.
A warm and cherished good afternoon to all. On behalf of Maths Club of the Model School of Dhabi, I'm Muhammad Adnan from grade 1A, going to speak about Sustainable Development Goal number 8 out of 17 goals. Mathematics plays an important role in SDG. Goal number 8 is decent work and economic growth. Goal number 8 is decent work and economic growth. Productive work for women and men in conditions of freedom, equality, security, and human dignity. Targets of SDG goal number 8 is economic growth, decent work and equal pay, end slavery and child labor, safe, enjoyable, and rewarding jobs. Sustainable economic growthful and productive work for an employment and decent work. We can promote policies to encourage new business opportunities and job creations. Growth of UAE economy. The UAE government launched new laws that enable workers to move freely between employers and are made to ensure that all workers are treated respectfully. UAE government focused to become the economic, touristic, and commercial capital by transits to acknowledge economy that promotes innovation, research, and development. The Green Growth Strategy is launched to enhance the country's sustainable development. Guidelines to attain the goals. implementation of labor law, wage protection for all jobs, social protection for all peoples, green jobs for environmental protection. Thank you, everyone.
Press Club. I would like to invite Fatima Neha of 6th A to present their theme, Zero Hunger.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Fatma Niha from Press Club. Today, I am here before you to drag your attention to SDG goal number 2, Zero Hunger. Now, let's see the aims and objectives of the SDG goal number 2, Zero Hunger. Goal 2 seeks sustainable solutions to end hunger in all its forms by the year 2030. The program ensures to achieve food security to the poorest and weak. The program also emphasizes on good quality food to lead a healthy life. The program encourages sustainable agriculture. Now let's have a look at the role played by the UAE. The UAE adopted organic farming to promote healthier production. Dubai municipality ran an initiative called Grow Your Food. The initiative aimed to reduce agriculture imports and build a happy and sustainable city through the promotion of food security. In 2014, Ministry of Climate Change and Environment launched Agricultural Center in Al Tayed, Sharjah. The center is part of the ministry's strategy to enhance food safety in the country. Through this partnership, the UAE aims to address the whole food value chain to ensure long-term food security of the country, both imported and domestically produced food. The Food Atlas includes 150 international and local foods and forms the basis for a larger plan that will look at chronic diseases, nutrition, water consumption, and food security in the UAE. As you all know, there are many ways that we can stop world hunger. We should not waste food and we can do food donation. Now, let's have a glance at how to stop world hunger. Countries are encouraged to promote sustainable agriculture to meet local and international food demands. As you all know, it is very important to lend a helping hand. The impact of donations, both cash and food, have had an immense impact on world hunger. Organizations such as Food for All have customers donate $1 to $5 when checking out. The idea behind this step is to distribute food to those in need while eliminating wastage of food. Surplus fresh and dry foods will go to charities that feed the needy around the world. I hope you all understood and enjoyed my presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.
Agro Club. Nida Zainab of 1st Day to present their theme, Life Below Water.
With every drop of water you drink and every breath you take, you are connected to the earth. Good morning, good afternoon, respected principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. Myself, Nita Zainab from 1st Day representing the Agro Club. Today, I'm here to talk a few words about SDG 14, which is Life Below Water. Ocean plays an important role in human survival, global food and biodiversity. Nowadays, our oceans are stressed with pollution. SDG 14 aims to conserve aquatic life. Taken by the UAE as a part of SDG 14, the UAE has enacted laws banning throwing waste and oil sludge into the water. The National Plan of Action for the Conservation and Management of Sharks and the Conservation of Marine Turtle were launched. What measures can we take to protect our planet? We have to take actions like buy certified and sustainable seafood, reduce plastic waste, organize and clean up projects for river and ocean. Today onwards, let's take an oath to try our best to make a healthy ecosystem. Thank you.
Islamic and Arabic Club. Naba Ishel from 6th C to present their theme, Gender Equality.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Naba Ishal from 6C, on behalf of Islamic and Arabic Club, I'm going to present a PPT on SDG Goal 5. Sustainable Development Goal 5 concerns gender equality and is the fifth of the 17 goals established by the United Nations in 2015. The official wording of SDG 5 is achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Importance of gender equality. Without the equal participation of women and men, there can be no real sustainable development. The realization of women's and men's full potential, the promotion of human rights, and the betterment of the society are fundamental in the development process. His Highness Chief Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the UAE and the ruler of Abu Dhabi, issued a new decree in 2018 to increase Emirati women's representation in the Federal National Council to 50%. Equal Pay Law in 2018 mandates equal pay for men and women in the UAE. UAE's ongoing journey to become one of the top countries in the world for gender balance by 2021. To achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. We can achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls by ending all forms of discrimination against women and girls, by eliminating all forms of violence against women and girls in public and private places, including trafficking and other places of exploitation. Now, I am going to conclude my presentation with a beautiful quote. Gender equality must become a lived reality. Thank you and have a nice day.
Art Club. I would like to call upon Alina Asha Pradeep of 2nd A to present their theme, Clean Water and Sanitation.
Good afternoon, respected principal, vice principal, HOA, supervisor, teachers, and my dear friends. I'm Alina from grade 2A. Today, I will present 6th Sustainable Development Goal, that is clean water and sanitation. Access to safe water and sanitation are human rights. Having clean water and sanitation means being able to avoid exposure to countless diseases. What do you mean by clean water and sanitation? It means improve water quality by reducing pollution, eliminating dumping, and minimizing release of hazardous chemicals and materials, halving the pollution of untreated wastewater, and substantially increasing recycling and safe reuse globally. Why the clean water and sanitation are so important? Water and sanitation issue that affect the health and well-being of every person in the world. Every year, millions of people die from diseases caused by poor sanitation and unsafe water. What are the things doing in UAE to achieve the goal? The UAE geographically as a desert country with limited water resources. The UAE Ministry of Climate Change and Environment has developed the National Strategy for Preservation of Water Resources, using the technology to simulate and increase rainfall. At present, 33 desalination plants in UAE. How we can achieve the clean water and sanitation? Ensure clean water and sanitation for all. Stop open defecation and provide access to sanitation and hygiene. Improve water quality, wastewater treatment, and safe reuse. Protect and restore water-related ecosystems. Thank you.
Next, I am glad to invite SDG Coordinator Mr. Dibyendu Karfa to present the scope and structure of the SDG Club.
Yes, Naureen?
Ma'am,
Go ahead with supervisors. Go ahead with supervisors.
okay, ma'am. I would like to invite HOS of Boys Section, Mr. Rashid sir, for felicitation.
Ms. Naureen, you can start with felicitation of supervisors followed by Bendu sir. Okay.
Okay. I would like to invite Primary Section Supervisor Mrs. Harissa ma'am for her message.
Thank you, dear Naureen, for inviting me. Good afternoon to one and all present here. I'm delighted to see all my kids having digested the essence of SDG. SDG, now it's a term well-known, quite well-known for us all. But some of us, it is now our turn to work for it, keeping our hands together. Some of us, some tiny kids from primary section may be thinking, oh, what is this? How can I work for it? I'm a very young girl or I'm a very young boy. How can I make big things? I'll tell you, last day, my younger daughter, she was asking her father, Papa, I need to earn money. I want to support you both. I can see you working morning to night. So she really needed to, she was asking a question to her father, how can I earn money for you? Then I'll tell you what her father said her. And he said like, Halima, see, if you are saving a unit of electricity, it is equal that you are making the unit of electricity. Okay, or if you are saving a drop of water, it is equal that you are making that drop of water. Upa doesn't want to buy this, right? Buy that drop of water. That means you are earning money for the family. Okay, that means drop by drop, the ocean is filled. So making big thing is not possible. Do you think so? As young kids, making big things is possible by taking a tiny step every day. So let us start working or taking that tiny steps. Let us begin making that atomic habit of saving, contributing, or adding our part to make these big changes, to contribute our part to the Sustainable Development Goals. May God bless us all to make these positive changes and make this world a beautiful place to live. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to invite Primary Section Supervisor Mrs. Shija ma'am for her message.
Thank you, Naureen. Good afternoon to all. I'm pleased to welcome you all to this SDG launching ceremony, the first action from our side to accomplish the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. As we all know that the Sustainable Development Goals or the global goals are a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. And this event is our opportunity to demonstrate our commitment and our determination to work together to eradicate poverty and hunger, then to tackle climate changes, deliver gender equality, and to achieve all 17 global goals. Our aim is to show that transformation is possible and is happening right now in so many places with so many innovations and with the engagement of so many people. So we can make tremendous progress over the coming years, especially for the most vulnerable and the poor. Now the world has been shaken to the core by COVID-19. The pandemic has pushed us towards the worst situation. After many years of progress, now poverty and hunger are on rise. Children are suffering from lack of education. So we need a path that brings good health to all, bring people from margins of society and build long-term resilience, sustainability, then opportunity and peace. From our heart, a simple promise to end poverty and leave no one behind. For the Sustainable Development Goals to stand a chance, we must work and develop immediate and long-term actions and ambitious targets to achieve and fulfill the promise of the Sustainable Development Goals. Children, hope all of you have an idea on Sustainable Development Goals and objectives. Together, let us support the SDG, a decade of transformation and a decade of hope and peace. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am. I am glad to invite SDG Coordinator, Mr. Dibyendu Karfa, to present the scope and structure of the SDG Club.
Yeah, now it's okay. Honorable Principal, respected Vice Principal, Student Affairs Manager, HOSS, supervisors, colleagues, and my dear loving children. You know, nowadays everybody is talking about this SD goals, and hopefully that the students and both teachers are understanding a little bit about this terminology. And probably many of you, as the young chap or the future generation, you might be doing some sort of research on Google or on internet or where from you get the resources. So that is also one of the most important tasks that you people are doing. So now I'd like to say that how the schools have taken the initiatives and how it will be working on 2 tier. Number one is the school club is already aligned with the SDG Council. That means whatever the goals have been initiated by the UN in 2015, so how you can correlate with your club activities. Suppose a very good example of the Agro Club. So the Agro Club can take one goal very much related to the SD goals, that is related to the production or responsible consumption and production. Harisa ma'am had given a very good example of her husband, that you know that we also say that the charity begins at home or from home itself. So whatever the goals have been defined by the UN, it is not to exercise only in few places or in a designated place. No, it is very much, you know, adapted, accommodated within our lifestyle. This is a kind of process that we need to follow to enhance the skills to achieve and to meet those goals and expectations. That is one of the most important tasks for us, even from taking the food as much as you can whenever you are and wherever you are. Maybe you are going to attend any program, or you are going to have your lunch or dinner in a restaurant or even at home. So please start taking it from very minimum quantity and check whether you are able to take the further one or not. Otherwise, it will be wasted. So you are not going to be achieve one of the SD goals, that is the food wastage or the zero hunger, or as well as the zero poverty or no poverty. So that's the main reason the school has aligned these SDG goals to be executed with the help of the clubs. Now the second one is that is on international platform. Like, we'll be having such collaborative or associative programs with other schools, schools from India, schools from other Emirates of UAE, and as well as from other Middle East, and maybe later on we'll be expanding it throughout the the world. That means we'll be trying to get one sort of associations with the different countries across the globe. So it is a fantastic opportunity for all of us that we have taken this kind of initiative, like the international initiative, and as well as the the club associated programs initiative. And it will definitely doing very good things, and one day will definitely get the recognition only because of you people, that you will be showing your capability, your capacity to a great extent. Okay, so I was going through that all the club activities or the club representations. Of course, it was very, very fantastic, and it was all time bounded, that you have already taken into considerations. That is one of the most important life skills for us, how to manage each and everything. Okay, so hope that you will be working closely with your teacher coordinator, and as well as with yourself. You are matured enough to understand and to fetch out all the details and the the informations of wherever and from whom you can fetch it, and you can implement those things in your real life practicals. Okay, so it is not supposed to get only the theoretical guidance, but you need to execute those plans. You need to make an action plan. So when you are talking about the international platform, so maybe within 2 weeks we'll be having the program, the very first program, and model school is very much pleased to present itself on the global platform. So we'll be having few schools, so obviously you will be getting the chance to represent yourself and to explain one of the goals on that particular platform. And the schools, other schools, or the participating schools, or the associative schools, they'll be getting a guidance from us that how we are going to implement and to execute these things. So over there you will be getting a great exposure. You learn so many things. So with this note, I'll say that this the sustainability or the development is all about not to do less, but it is doing more good. If we do more good, so automatically the harm will get reduced, and it will be taken very less. Okay, so thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thank you, sir, for your information. I would like to invite HOS of Boys Section, Mr. Rashid sir, for felicitation.
So mute.
You didn't hear anything. Okay.
Now we can, sir.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hope you all are fine.
Yes, sir. Fine.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how can I entertain you at this point of time. Let me try by narrating a story. There was a hungry beggar. Okay. No hunger is one of our SDG goals. There was a hungry beggar. He visited a rich man's house and requested for some food. So the rich man was very kind, very generous, very sympathetic. He invited the beggar inside his house and gave him a glass of soup. The beggar finished it very fast. Then the rich man asked the beggar, "Do you want more to eat?" Beggar said, "No, thanks. I am already full." Then the rich man went inside and brought a full plate of meals and gave to the beggar. Beggar finished that also very quickly, more quickly. Then the rich man asked him, "Do you want more?" He said, "No, thanks. I am already full." Then the rich man went inside again and brought a delicious piece of chocolate cake and gave to the beggar. Beggar finished it more quicker. Then the rich man asked him, "You want more?" Beggar said, "No, thanks. I'm already full." Oh. So the rich man got fed up and he said, "Why are you telling always lies? Whenever I ask, you are saying it is full, it is full, it is full. But whenever I bring and you are eating more quickly, you are more showing more hunger and all." Then what the beggar did you know? Beggar, even though he was a beggar, he was a man of philosophy. He was a philosopher as well. He called upon the rich man outside his house and they took an empty box. Okay, showing the empty box, the beggar asked the rich man, "Is there anything?" "Nothing is there. It is empty." So he filled it with so many stones and asked the rich man, "Is it full now?" The rich man said, "Yes, it's full." Then the beggar filled the box with some sand. Again asked the rich man, "Is it full?" "Yes, it is full." Then he poured, the beggar poured some water into the box and asked the rich man, "Is it full?" He said, "Yeah, it is full." Then the beggar said, "Why are you telling lie? Because whenever I ask, you are saying it is full, it is full, it is full, but still it is being filled." So this is how life is. The moral of the story is always there is space to fill something more. See, in our school, in your section, already there are enough clubs. 10 clubs are running simultaneously. I think the teachers and the in-charge teachers and the students are fed up and sick and tired with the activities of so many clubs, isn't it? Then what is the scope of an 11th club? Mr. Debendu is attending this session. He is in charge of the new club, SDG Club. SDG, what is SDG? S for sustainable. Sustainable means something that will stay for long. Sustainable. Okay, that will survive for a long period of time. Sustainable development means journey towards the goal or the target. The success, how far you have traveled, that is development. So sustainable development goal. Goal is an end point to which all the focuses, all the efforts will be concentrated. That is a goal. See, there are thousands of issues in the world. Thousands of issues are there. But United Nations has prioritized 17 goals out of thousands of issues. 17 problems are being focused, prioritized. So a cutoff time is also fixed. For the next 10 years, almost 1 decade is left over. By 2030, all these 17 goals, targets must be attained. So 193 nations together, keeping hand in hand, in solidarity, working to attain all these targets and goals. Then what is the role of the children over here? Everybody has a role. And since childhood, at the very early age itself, you can connect with one of the goals as per your choice. And your club has identified one, opted one. So you can align with that particular goal. For example, if you want to be a teacher, a professor, or a principal of a school, or in a choice of a school, suppose, that is your career goal. And you can associate with what? The SDG goal, quality education. Quality education is the 4th goal in the SDG series. Okay, so you will research on this, you will imbibe more knowledge. Then you will think about how can you personally contribute in implementing quality education all areas of the world. Suppose you want to be a social worker or a social activist or a politician. That is your career goal, suppose. How can you associate with the SDG goals? Yeah, there is no poverty, zero hunger. In these areas, you can definitely work. So you can gather more knowledge, more information. And also you can identify what are the solutions, what is the plan of United Nations to solve these, what is the step-by-step procedures, what are the milestones. Okay, like that, you can connect to your career goal. If you want to be a doctor, you can opt which goal of SDG. You can opt to the good health and wellness. That is the 3rd goal. So a doctor can opt that. Recently, I spoke to my son who is doing MBBS. I spoke to him about this SDG and to associate with this good health and wellness, the United Nations goal, to associate with that. Okay, so this is a very big opportunity. Even though you are studying in the school in Abu Dhabi, Emirates, so you may have a model school heart. And you are required to have a global mindset. Global minds with what? Model hearts. And you are working in global light and keeping local steps. Okay, you are thinking globally and you are acting locally. So these are all the slogans. Now you have to repeatedly say. Global light, local action. Model hearts, model school hearts, and what? And what? Global minds. Okay, global light, local steps. Think globally, act locally. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. I would like to welcome Assistant Head Girl Angeline Sara, representing primary students, for her speech.
Respected Principal, Vice Principal, HOS, Supervisors, Teachers, and all other respected dignities. A very warm good afternoon to one and all. My name is Angeline Sara Shibu from Class 5C. Do you think the world is going to be a better place within the next 5 years? Do you think we will have no poverty, no hunger, and no gender inequality? Yes, that's where the SDGs come into the picture. The Model School Abu Dhabi is always the beacon of light, guiding the destiny of its students by radiating academic excellence, developing well-rounded, confident and responsible individuals who aim to achieve their full potential. Our school has incorporated the SDGs in the current year curriculum to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all. As SD goals are to create a better world, children of today are the leaders of tomorrow, and education is a very important weapon to prepare children for their future. As part of SDG implementation in our school to provide quality education and a better citizen of the future, we had selected a group of leaders through democratic process of election on May 5th to lead the primary section for the year 2021 to 22. Our goal for this year is to help our students to recognize that there is an extraordinary genius in everyone. A council was formed with the name Lead and Inspire, which included head girl, assistant head girl, house captains, sports captains, and sports club in charges. Our school has already established 10 clubs such as Readers Club, Mags Club, Press Club, and so on to encourage the students for developing their skills. And each club has been assigned the goals of sustainable development. Each council is a member of the club and we will be evaluating the activities, and the report is submitted to our teachers in charge each week. Every Saturday, along with the in-charges, student council meeting is formed to evaluate the programs. Positive and negative feedbacks are discussed and points for improvements were implemented. Various programs like Teachers' Day, Labour's Day and awareness programs like health and nutrition were conducted as part of SDG. As part of SDG, we leaders are working on the development of students to make more well-rounded citizens of the world and to show them how they can make a difference in the future. As a council member, I would like to thank our teachers in charge who are wholeheartedly working with us day and night to achieve our goals. And a special thanks to our HOS and all other teachers who have supported us. Thank you.
Now, we shall have vote of thanks by Hajara Nazneen of 3rd E.
A warm and cherished afternoon to everyone. I want to take this opportunity to thank our supervisor, our principal, Dr. Abdul Qadir sir, for his valuable contribution and can I say one more time?
Sure. Go ahead.
A warm and cherished afternoon to everyone. I want to take this opportunity to thank our beloved principal, Dr. Abdul Qadir sir, for your guidance, positive attitude, and constant dedication. I would also like to thank our Vice Principal, Sharif sir, for your support, vision, and commitment. We feel very fortunate to have you enduring these challenging times. I would like to extend my thanks to our Student Affairs Manager, Nasari sir, for your valuable contribution and encouragement in all our efforts. Leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. Positive leaders empower people to accomplish their goals. I would like to thank HOS of Boys Section, Rashid sir, HOS of Girls Section, Hasina teacher, and our beloved Primary Section, HOS Smita ma'am, for your kindness, interest, and hospitality and continued support. I would like to thank our supervisors, Shija ma'am and Harisa ma'am, for their great support and guidance in all our activities. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Dibendu Kharfa for his valuable contributions and commitment. Last but not the least, I thank our assistant head girl, Angeline, Sarah, and beloved club members for making this function a grand success. Thank you.